that history's ever created. I'm not committed to nonviolence in any way.
Impossible.
Man or woman who hates communism the most, that is to say, the man or woman who knows the least about communism, is the man or woman who wants to know the least about communism. That is to say, snakes are my enemies. They come to bite me, and I don't even want to know what they look like.
We're going to see about stopping, regardless of what these people think we should do. Because school is not important, and work is not important. Nothing's more important than stopping fascism, because fascism will stop us all.
Yo. Welcome to the Forest Pod, where we talk about geopolitics, culture, technology, identity, and everything in between. We dig into history that's been forgotten or misused to get to the root of some of these issues. In a world where we're increasingly distracted, we pump the brakes, offer some thoughtful takes, and not just reactions. We read the tea leaves while keeping a broad perspective so not to get lost in the weeds. We certainly don't know it all, but we're here to grow, so be patient with us and enjoy the show. Welcome
You
to the
already
pod.
know. Bars. That was bars. It took me a minute to realize it, or rhymed actually. I think with misused, or what did you say, misused in there?
Yeah, I did say misuse.
Yeah, that was a good rhyme. I think that's when I caught it. That was dope. Welcome to the Forest Pod After Dark. That means this is not your regular episode. This is the Forest Pod Uncut. Like BET. Nothing to do with circumcision. So we had an idea. Well, we're planning on doing Venezuela.
We're doing Venezuela.
That's the next episode. Definitely doing Venezuela.
It's already basically done.
We started to get ready to do it tonight. Realized it would be disrespectful to not be fully prepared.
I was tired.
I wasn't prepared either.
Yeah.
I honestly needed to catch up. This ever-evolving situation with Venezuela.
Yeah.
I guess now, I don't know, 30 minutes ago, I saw Trump said, maybe we'll have a face-to-face meeting. Maybe there's going to be some diplomatic.
That happened today. Yeah.
So, I don't know. We're going to do it. Venezuela, that's the next thing. But because we weren't ready, we figured we're here. We're going to do an episode anyway. This is going to be like a clip show, but not like a clip show like a sitcom where it just clips of our old shit. We have a lot of clips. And before we get into the clips, is there anything you want to say? Because I have a lot of clips ready to go, locked and loaded.
I don't know. Did we want to talk about any current events, or you just want to go off the clips?
I'm trying to think. All right. All right. The shutdown's over, right?
Shutdown's over.
Democrats caved like we knew they would because they're spineless.
Yes, they caved. They had those 8 senators who were the the rotating villain. As that theory.
I don't know. What is that?
Basically, that there's always a Democrat, at least one Democrat to hold out.
Oh, like the Fetterman or
or Joe Manchin or Sinema, or when Obama was president, it was Lieberman.
Yeah, Joe Lieberman.
Yeah, there was so.
Okay, yeah.
And apparently, all these 8 Democrats who held out none of them are up for re-election next year. Conveniently, right?
Interesting.
So basically, they covered for the rest of it, because even Tim Kaine, which was one of the votes,
supposed to be our vice president.
He was like, "Oh, believe me, there was a lot more Democrats who wanted to vote yes."
Okay,
it was yes, right? A yes vote to continue.
I mean, to continue funding the government, right? For the continuing resolution, I guess. Is that what they were at right now?
Yeah, I think it's the CR.
From what I understand is they did it with the agreement that they will then vote on whether to defund, I don't know, what was it, the ACA and some healthcare shit. So essentially the Democrats were like, we're shutting down the government because we don't want you to defund this. So fund this or the government's not going to work. And then they caved and said, okay, we'll fund the government so we can talk about it later.
Yeah, basically.
And guess what's going to happen later, guys?
The same damn thing. Nothing.
They're not going to fund it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just, excuse me, I wanted to say about the ACA. What they're fighting over is they made expansion to the ACA subsidies during COVID because so many people lost their jobs and what have you. So they expanded it, the benefits. And of course, the Democrats wanted to extend those benefits. Republicans did not. And that's what the fight was about. But this is just a reminder that if Obama would have passed a single payer or would have pushed for like a Medicare for all or even a public option or a more robust ACA, this wouldn't be something that they could, hold over, Democrats'
use
heads.
as leverage.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, honestly, it's the reason. It's how we know Democrats are centrist and capitalist, because ultimately, holding healthcare as leverage is what a business wants to do in their negotiations with you when it comes to, I don't know, salary or whatever.
Right.
If you have to rely on them for your healthcare and you don't have a public option, then you have to negotiate for less.
Yeah, that's another one
The
that
precarious proletariat.
I'm going to probably do an episode on either healthcare or Obama, how much I hate Obama.
A lot.
Yeah, and I'm definitely going to dive into like the whole ACA because it was trash. It's basically a boon for the healthcare industry. Like their profits went up significantly after the ACA passed. He basically forced a bunch of people to get health care, and the government subsidized insurance companies, which is crazy. But anyway, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, well, let's talk about that. All right. Government shutdown. Venezuela, we're about to probably go in, maybe, but we got a big build up. There's a lot of talk between Trump and, who was it? Not Mitch McConnell, Lindsey Graham, talking about land invasions. So I don't know. It seems like that's going to happen. Trump also said something about we're going to do some attacks in northern Mexico against the cartels, but it's not against the Mexican government. It's just the cartels we're going to violate. Kind of the same way we violated Pakistan's sovereignty to go get bin Laden. Like, hey, it wasn't against you, but like we're just, I know we're not supposed to do this. We're gonna fucking do it anyway. Yeah,
did you see there was protests in Mexico?
No, about that?
No, the protests were like a bunch of, they were anti-government protests, protesting Claudia Sheinbaum's government and administration.
I saw, oddly enough, she got like groped in the street. Like that's what I saw about those protests. Did you see that?
Yeah, that was a couple weeks ago. Yeah.
Okay. So hold on, give me the context.
Well, this just happened yesterday. I didn't look into it too much, but yesterday or the day before, this week. But yeah, there was a bunch of protesters in I forget what they call it, but it's like one of the main squares, I think in Mexico City, where in front of the presidential palace
Okay.
People are saying that it was like a sort of a color revolution type thing where they think that the
like
U.S.
astroturfed?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I haven't looked into it, so I don't know what the evidence for that is. But like, I did see like a clip of some woman speaking English, like, tell Trump to come get rid of Claudia, and like, you're speaking English, like. And it seemed like from the clips I saw, they were like older people.
You sound like fucking Alex Jones over here. These are crisis actors.
No, I mean, I think they're real people, but
I know. I know what you're saying.
Yeah, but so it seems like from my understanding, most of the people. Oh yeah, they tried to label it as like a Gen Z protest, like it was the youth.
Yeah.
But like all the clips I saw were like older people.
Interesting. Okay.
So, yeah.
was there something else I saw internationally? All right, so the first clips I have are kind of related to the Epstein shit, so I'm going to segue from that. So is there anything else you want to talk about you want to talk about the Epstein shit?
No, we can just, other stuff I'm sure will come up, but yeah, we can go ahead and go to it.
All right, I don't have a lot to say about it, but you saw the clips, right? Or I don't know. Did you see the excerpts from the emails and shit?
I saw like a couple of them. I saw some people, talking about like Trump giving Clinton fellatio.
Okay, there we go. This is where I want to go because this is the Forest Pod After Dark, Forest Pod Uncut. It was from Epstein's brother, I think.
Yeah, Mark Epstein, I think his name is.
Yeah, and I can't remember who it was too, but it was like about Trump blowing Bubba, and people were like, "That's Bill Clinton. Isn't Bill Clinton's nickname Bubba?" Van asked me today, "Isn't Bill Clinton's nickname Bubba?" And like my brain was like, "Yeah, I've definitely heard that." But is it? I don't know. I think my brain just retroactively did that.
It may have. I wasn't familiar with him being called Bubba. That was new to me, but I don't know.
So I guess Epstein's brother was like, "It wasn't Clinton. That's not what I was talking about." So there's I can't remember this other guy. I think he was like a French guy, Jean-Luc B something. I guess his nickname was Bubba. So people were like, maybe it's that guy. And this is just funny from what I saw. And then I go over to Vance today, and Van's like, "Have you heard this conspiracy about Trump's gay?" And I'm like, "What?" And then, all right, I heard this. You know this guy named Ian Carroll? He's been on Candace Owens' podcast. He's this white dude with the mustache.
Yeah.
So I guess he had this whole video, and I didn't get to listen. So I wanted to chop that up because I guess that was what Van was watching. But I got some clips. But I guess there's this whole theory that Trump is gay. And it was funny because in the Ian Carroll clip, he said like this would be the best case scenario, and then he kept talking about it. And I was like, what would be the best case scenario?
That he's gay?
That he's just gay and not a fucking pedophile? Like I don't understand. I don't know. I didn't really understand how he was trying to spin that.
Best case scenario based on what options? Like whatever.
Well, because look, if you're a conspiracy theorist, this is fucking Trump blowing Bubba. It's pretty funny. I don't know. How do you explain that off? Trump blowing bubbles was a typo. If I auto-corrected to Bubba.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. We're talking about QAnon people. Like, this guy is not, like, fucking popular in the MAGA. He's, like, an offshoot of fucking Candace Owens, who is an offshoot.
Who, Ian Carroll?
Yeah.
He's not even that. I've seen it. He's like a Twitter personality. Like he used to get a lot of traction on Twitter for whatever reason. I used to see his tweets all the time, and I didn't even follow him.
All right. Well, anyways, I do want to play some of these clips because I kind of like this rumor. And fuck it, let's go ahead and spread this rumor because I don't think Trump will like this. But here we go. Listen to this.
Man and woman. Look at that guy, how handsome he is. I'll kiss him. Not with a lot of enjoyment, but that's okay. Harrison, where are you, Harrison? He's a handsome guy, by the way. It's usually not my thing, but he is a good-looking sucker. To win the college home run derby. Wow, that's a big deal. With a record-breaking 55 home runs. Nick, where are you, Nick? Stand up. Get up here, Nick. You know, they gave him such a lousy seat all the way back in the corner. Come on up. Baseball. Home run derby.
His eyes get bigger.
That's something. In all of college baseball. Wow. I want to feel this guy's muscles. It's real. That's real. That's great.
He's a massive guy. This big, powerful guy. This guy he is a monster.
Look at the muscles of this guy. Excuse me. Could you stand up? Look at that guy. You in the beautiful white shirt. Would you? Look at this guy. Holy mackerel. I'm looking at him. I always wanted to look like that. I just didn't want to do the work. You look good. Don't let anyone stop you. You look good.
So I was wondering how like the right wing is gonna spin this Epstein shit, and if this is one of the weird offshoot rumors is that he was just gay. He was just caught up in it. He didn't really do anything with like 14-year-olds and shit. Because have you seen the video of like the victims that are like, hey, this is the PSA. They're like holding up pictures of when they're like 14, 15 and shit. Is this like, I don't know. Because I know the right wing doesn't like gay people. So like, is this, he was just trying to cover this up instead of trying to cover up pedophilia?
I mean, this is the first I'm hearing of that. I don't really know how to respond to it.
It just feels like some kind of crazy mental gymnastics that they would even try to highlight this. Oh, he's actually secretly gay. I don't know. It's just really weird to me. And then this was the other one. There's a clip about Trump talking about sharks and the hydraulic steam system on Navy ships. All right, I'm going to play this real quick.
A very short period of time. So I said, let me ask you a question. And he said, nobody ever asked this question. And it must be because of MIT, my relationship to MIT. Very smart. He goes, I say, what would happen if the boat sank from its weight and you're in the boat and you have this tremendously powerful battery and the battery's now underwater and there's a shark that's approximately 10 yards over there. By the way, a lot of shark attacks lately. Do you notice that? A lot of shark. I watched some guys justifying it today. Well, they weren't really that angry. They bit off the young lady's leg because of the fact that they were not hungry, but they misunderstood who she was. These people are crazy. He said there's no problem with sharks. They just didn't really understand a young woman swimming now really got decimated, and other people too. A lot of shark attacks. So I said, so there's a shark 10 yards away from the boat, 10 yards, or here. Do I get electrocuted? If the boat is sinking, water goes over the battery, the boat is sinking. Do I stay on top of the boat and get electrocuted? Or do I jump over by the shark and not get electrocuted? Because I will tell you, he didn't know the answer. He said, nobody's ever asked me that question.
I bet.
I said, I think it's a good question. I think there's a lot of electric current coming through that water. But you know what I'd do if there was a shark or you get electrocuted? I'll take electrocution every single time.
Every single time. That's the president of the United States of America. So, of course, I saw that or heard that, and I was like, I have to figure out what the fuck he was talking about. I guess on the Navy ships, there was an old way to power the ships with steam. Now they have this new way with hydraulics and electricity, as you heard. And for some reason, someone, probably an old sailor, told him, I don't like this new shit. I like the old shit. And like, there's multiple clips of him talking about it. But then like his brain just spins this crazy fantasy about like, what if the ship goes down? It's electric. I get electrocuted. Electricity attracts sharks. What if my options are swim towards the sharks to get electrocuted? Dude, this is crazy. I just can't believe we live.
Was that recently?
Yes. Yeah.
Huh.
It's just... yeah. Well, that's America. So, your clips. I'm going to go ahead and read off how I labeled them, and I'm going to let you choose what you want to do. I got
okay.
Maria Corina Machado, which I have no idea who that is. Jon Stewart.
What? You don't know Maria Corina Machado?
Yas Queen Obama. Shil Maher. The Ayin Nazi is for Israel. All right, which one of those you want to hear first?
I thought I sent you another one. That's it?
Yeah. Which one was you looking for?
Maybe I didn't send it to you. Wait, read it back to me one more time. I'm bad. The Bill Maher one, I heard it.
Yeah, I called him Shill Maher because he's a fucking shill. Jon Stewart.
Oh yeah, Jon Stewart. Okay, that's fine.
Is that the one you're thinking of?
Let's do the Jon Stewart one.
All right. He's back full time on
Is he?
Daily Show, I think. Well, not full time, but like he's like once a week at least.
Oh, I think he's been doing that for a minute though, wasn't he?
Has he?
I know he was coming on occasionally for a while.
All right, let's hear what John's got to say.
You know, AI is going to supercharge that harm.
Yeah, I mean, AI is turbocharging all sorts of corporate law breaking. I mean, we've seen this with algorithmic price fixing. So back in the day, if you wanted to fix the prices with your rivals, you'd all have to kind of get in a room together quietly and figure out what's the price. The new way of doing this is to say, I'm just going to hand over my prices to this algorithm and all my competitors are going to do the same. And we'll just let the algorithm decide what our prices are. And it's like algorithmic price fixing is still price fixing. It's still illegal.
I didn't do it. It was Siri. Siri fixed the prices.
Checkmate. Gotcha.
Yeah. So I thought that was
Look,
a funny clip.
Objective if the AI decides the price.
Yeah, what made me think about that clip was we were talking about the AI bubble and stuff, and I had seen that a couple days ago, and I didn't know that. I didn't know they had an algorithm for price fixing.
Yeah, well, I don't know if what he was talking about is the same thing as what we were just. I mean, what they were talking about on CNBC, whatever the fuck we were watching, was just like a bot that automatically sells.
Yeah, no, it was different. Yeah, it wasn't that.
But still, it's the same idea. Like
Right.
you're taking the decision making,
Right.
and you're setting on like an automatic trigger. Whereas before, there would at least be a little bit of a delay.
Right.
Maybe you could triage the bleeding whenever shit starts going bad. But yeah, that's whenever I watched it, I was like, wait a minute. There's like multiple markets that use this same fucking line, and if the price drops below this line, all the bots just automatically start selling. That can't be a good fucking idea.
Yeah, I just something feels weird about having algorithms, programmed to make those decisions.
I think part of that, I haven't seen. Have you seen the GameStop movie?
I did not know there was a GameStop movie.
There is. Seth Rogen's in it. I think I might just be bullshitting. Whatever. This is Forest Pod After Dark. I think part of that was he took advantage of those algorithms. Like he got enough people, like he had enough followers or whatever people was watching him. He's like, hey, if we all do this, we can like trigger the algorithms to do the same thing. And it kind of manipulated this shit.
Right.
And then that's why like Robinhood, that the app, the trading, had to like stop the trades. Yeah. Because their algorithms like were already fucking doing too much. They had to just like kill it.
Right.
But yeah, that's nuts. That's not great.
Yeah, that is not a good thing. And that was Lena Khan, by the way. Are you familiar with Lena Khan?
That he was talking to?
Yeah.
No, who's that?
She was the former FTC chair under Biden in the Biden administration.
Federal Trade Commission.
Yep.
Okay.
And they were really upset with her because they being like Wall Street and monopolies, large corporations. I think actually less Wall Street probably, but I'm sure they weren't fond of her. But I think she was mainly going after like trying to find areas where she could like enforce antitrust law, slow mergers, that kind of thing. She was suing companies like Microsoft and I forget
like monopoly lawsuits and stuff.
Yeah, and
I guess that would be antitrust. Yeah.
And so she was someone who was during the Kamala campaign, there was a lot of people who were in Kamala's orbit who were trying to get Kamala to drop her, essentially, or to not rehire her as the FTC chair.
If Kamala was elected president.
If she were to win, yeah. Gotcha, so there was a lot of lobbying, around that. There was people going on like CNBC and say like, we would really love if you did something with Lena Khan. It was like they were just openly saying it was very weird, just how like openly they were like, get rid of Lena Khan, get rid of Lena Khan.
Right.
And I don't know. She's also the co-chair of Mandani's transition.
Get the fuck out
team right now, who's helping them
I was just
organize his
about
government.
Mandani when you said they're like get rid of Lena Khan. I was like, get rid of Mandani, get rid of Mandani.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's that
same type of energy
for sure, and she's super young. She was like the youngest FTC chair in history. Like she's younger than us. She's in her like mid to early 30s.
Too idealistic.
Yeah, but very smart. So more power to her. And there was actually another clip I wanted to play, and I can't remember which one because I'm not sure how you label them.
Was it Maria Corina Machado?
Uh-uh.
Was it Yas Queen Obama?
Uh-uh.
Was it Shil Mar?
No, those were the only ones?
The I in Nazi is for Israel.
Those were the only ones?
That's all I got from all the ones before that were about Venezuela, so I stopped.
Okay, maybe I didn't send it to you.
Yeah.
I thought I did. But let's play the Shilmar one then.
Fucking Shilmar. Man, we used to listen to this guy all the time, bro. It's crazy, right? Fuck him.
Finally, new rule Democrats must recognize that Zoran Mandani is the future of the party. Unfortunately, it's the Republican Party. Get it?
What?
That was it.
I don't get it. Bill Maher is fucking above my head. Hold on. All right. Do I need to copy and play it again?
You can.
Hold on.
And I did send you that other video, it looks like.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Finally, new rule Democrats must recognize that Zoran Mandani is the future of the party. Unfortunately, it's the Republican Party. Get it?
So Zoran Mandani is the future of the party. Unfortunately, it's the Republican Party.
You didn't get it? Because his audience didn't seem to really...
Like, he's their boogeyman?
Yeah, basically.
He's their new Nancy Pelosi?
Right. That he's going to mobilize Republican votes. And
against him,
yeah. Or like a bunch of, I guess, moderate Democrats are going to go be Republicans because of, I don't know. So something along those lines, though,
What a fucking crazy idea.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's almost like they can never just be like, what if this was reversed? Would I be saying the same thing? They just can't think about it like that.
What if what was reversed?
Like this situation. They're fucking... is Bill Maher one of those people that's like, hey, the Democratic Party should run on anti-Trump? That's how we rally people? Or is he one of those people who's like, the Democratic Party should run on things, which just seems to be like, well, everybody is not a fucking idiot, will say. Because if the argument is Mamdani is going to rally people against the Democrats, well, fucking Trump is a million times worse than Mandani. Why doesn't that rally the Democrats against Republicans? Like, that's his criticism?
Yeah, I mean, basically he's saying that, Mamdani's a Muslim socialist.
Well, okay, you know what? I forgot about this. Bill Maher hates Muslims.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's an Islamophobe.
Big time, that's true.
So he's like, yes, people just like, he's gonna be easy to run against. They're gonna put him in a turban all over media, and
just like they did with Obama, right?
Yeah.
Just like that worked, right?
Yeah, but he just obviously is very, he's moved to the right. And,
Him and Sam Harris.
Well, Sam Harris was kind of always there. But definitely on the Islamic shit, I mean, I guess, Bill was always like pretty racist.
I feel like because he's not a libertarian anymore, that's where he finds his, like, this is where I'm going to be different. Everybody on the left's going to be so inclusive.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely, again, he's a contrarian or what have you. Yeah, in many ways, because again, he used to be like, socialism isn't that bad. Like, it's got a bad rap. It's a river and it's got dams and
but
stuff.
Communism's trying to make the river flow backwards.
And
dumbass.
And you'd have Bernie on, and he's like, Bernie's a socialist. Socialism is that bad. I like Bernie.
I know, you're right, because Mamdani's also just running as a democratic socialist.
Yeah,
that's exactly what Bernie was running as.
Exactly. And like, he didn't even run on anything. Like, he's running for mayor, so obviously he couldn't run for like big federal programs like Medicare for all or tuition-free college or something like that.
Right.
He was running on free buses, freezing the rent, municipal grocery stores. And that was pretty much it.
Yeah, it's weird that Bill Maher would be so concerned about local New York City issues.
Right. I mean, he's telling on himself.
Yeah.
He doesn't like that. He's a Muslim socialist. And, he's leaning into this weird, like, lane where he feels like he has to be, like, the guy who's pulling the Democratic Party back from moving in a more progressive direction.
You Democrats, you've been identified by Joe Rogan as like the social justice warriors with pink hair and fucking crazy nose rings and like, or Me Tooing everybody. I'm just trying to bring the Democratic Party back away from that, back to the center, because everybody's so tired of these extremists. Listen to Matthew McConaughey.
Right. Yep.
I mean, how many people have told you, I think it's not told you, but how many times have you heard, I'm just tired of people being too extreme to the right, too extreme to the left. This is Bill Maher trying to find a way to pull his shit back to the center.
For sure. But like I said, he's contrarian. Again, it was cool for him to be like, socialism is kind of cool whenever like
it wasn't popular.
When it wasn't popular.
The Bernie Bros. Before Bernie Bros were a thing.
But now that we've elected, people like AOC, and I got a lot of problems with AOC, but Bernie Sanders, they got the squad. You got, I saw like there's a socialist.
I wonder how much of it is about Israel.
Some of that too, for sure. But there was also a socialist elected in Seattle. Another socialist, because they had.
I knew they had someone on like their city council or something.
Yeah, that was Shrama Sawant.
Okay.
But they elected. She's actually running for Congress right now.
Fuck yeah, let's go.
But they elected. I don't know if she's a mayor or I forget what she is. But they
Can't
elected
be mayor because we would know that.
She might be mayor. I can't remember. I could look it up. But and then there was somebody I saw in Georgia who was on some city council in Georgia who was a socialist.
Let's go. Jasmine Brown for mayor, Pensacola, baby. We're going to have our own socialists. Let's go.
Yeah, no doubt. Shout out to Jasmine Brown. I also saw there is somebody trying to primary Hakeem Jeffries in New York, and he's part of the DSA.
Let's go.
However, AOC was asked about this primary challenge, and she said that, I don't think it's a good time for us to be primarying Democratic leadership. So,
well, I've also seen reports of her thinking about running for Senate.
Yeah,
so maybe that's why she's talking like that.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the point, though. Like,
yeah.
I mean, she seems to be more fixated on her career advancement than
Which means she can't be trusted.
Yeah,
she's been compromised.
I mean, we don't know, but
that'd be crazy if she fucking. I don't know. What's she gonna do as senator? She ain't gonna do shit. You can't do shit as one senator.
I mean, if she's capitulating
she
in
was
the
governor
House,
and he was mayor, then they could make some shit happen.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. I mean, my thing is like, if you're in the House, right, you have a lot less pressure on you, right? Because there's, 435 members, whatever. Senate is even more sort of, institutional pressure on you to capitulate on certain things. So, I don't see her,
1,000%. That's why she would say something like that.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. But I mean, what you were saying about like her, like
switching
or being like governor and like doing something, I don't know. Like based on what she did, what she's been doing, how she's been capitulating the House, I have no reason to think that she would be any more,
1,000%. And the fact that she chose Senate instead of, because this is like, she could run for governor. Why the fuck not? If you're going for Senate, it's a statewide election. Why not run for governor when you have Mandani, governor of New York City? The governor is going to be the biggest roadblock and all the shit that he's trying to do. You could facilitate it, or you could try to take that next step up to the ladder to be president AOC one day.
Well, some people think she might run for president too. So
just skip the Senate.
I mean,
why not? Motherfuckers be running for president and their political career keeps going on. It's crazy. Look at Gavin Newsom.
And also, Hochul has a more progressive challenger, the attorney general. His name's Delgado. So people are hoping that he gets some momentum because that.
Wait. The New York AG?
Yeah.
The person that's running against him is getting momentum, and that person is more Mamdani.
Yeah, he's more aligned with
more aligned with Mamdani. All
yeah.
Right. Well, that's good news.
Yeah, so people are hoping that at the very least, the fact that Kathy Hochul has a primary challenger to her left, that she'll be willing to capitulate on some progressive policies, to get Mamdani's agenda through. But we shall see.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Well, moving on. We got Maria, Mrs. Obama.
Hold on. So you sure you didn't get that other clip? It was the second to last clip I sent you.
I mean, I can get it right now.
It says Franklin.
If you just want to
Leonard status. You see it on your.
I see it. Hold on.
You didn't grab that one?
Oh no, that's the one that for some reason wouldn't convert to MP3 on my website. I had to download the video, so I had to do the screen recording. I never did that.
Oh.
You want to take a quick break and I can do that?
Sure.
Fuck it. All right, let's take a quick break.
All right.
And we back to the Forest Pod. This is Comrade Villain. I'm a pretty bad comrade. I don't think we introduced ourselves earlier.
Oh, yeah. My intro threw us off.
It's all good. You killed it. That was a good intro, though. But we are back, and pretty bad comrade. I want you to give me any context you want before I hear this clip for the first time.
Well, we already were talking about Lena Khan. That's why I was trying to cue it up earlier. But yeah, it's basically just some CNBC pundits reacting to Lena Khan being part of the Mamdani administration.
Wait. She's part of Mamdani's administration?
Or she's a co-chair of the transition team.
All right. I'm with it. All right, here we go. Let's hear it.
The wealthy who might be looking for a therapist after yesterday's election. And more importantly, were looking for therapy when they heard that Lena Khan was joining the transition team.
Which just goes to show you, looking back at the Biden administration. I mean, she had a very important job and we had her on all the time and hung on.
I think we should have her back and talk about what's going to happen in New York City.
But let's just know. Okay, so as long as we know what I mean, she is a
sure. No, but that's what I'm saying.
She was running a very important department in the Biden administration.
Well, no, I wonder what it portends for business in New York. It was funny.
It's great for business. It's awesome.
A number of business leaders in New York reached out to me yesterday. I was traveling back from London, and it wasn't even the election result itself. It was when this Lena Khan announcement was made. It was like they were sort of like frozen in place and talked. I mean, some of the texting and back and forth was more about sort of what had happened to the merger business. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of bankers in this city, financiers in this city, and sort of what the approach is. I don't know if she's going to have a role in the future.
What can she do, though? I mean,
the future group or not?
What my question was, this appears to nationalize a city mayoral staff, right? Instead of saying we're going to operate the city as good managers, which is what the mayor's job is, it somehow makes it seem like we're going to be a platform for some national ideological.
I don't know. I mean, I was
movement.
also surprised by that there were so many people from the de Blasio administration, of all things, and they were pointing to that as if
what using the mayor of New York as some kind of national thing. Like, I don't know, maybe say like Rudy Giuliani, America's mayor. What?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? It's okay when he does it. It's not okay. I don't even know how bringing. All right, so how was bringing her in nationalizing things? Because she was part of a national administration in the past.
Exactly.
They just like using that word nationalize because they know it's like a scary word.
Shoehorn that into the conversation. People. Like, oh, we're going to throw the word
again.
Nationalize.
Every time I hear it, I think of the HBO movie Too Big to Fail. Can't recommend enough.
Oh, the N word.
Yeah, he says you're not really talking about the N word, and the N word is nationalize the banks. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I just thought the reaction was so funny. Like,
it took them a minute to like gather their thought. They're like, they were kind of just making noises.
Well, he couldn't even say it. Like, this means that she's. I think what he wanted to say was like she's a socialist. Yeah. Because she's part of a
socialist administration.
Yeah.
Or a socialist transition
team. Yeah, so
team.
he's like, we've had Lena Khan up here, and we've talked to Lena Khan before, and
I want to have her back. I got some questions.
But it was like they were in disbelief, or not disbelief, but they were just shocked.
Well, it was really interesting how he was like, the business people were like, "Ma'am, Donnie got elected. Whatever, we'll deal with it." Oh shit, she's part of his transition team.
Right.
Fuck.
Yeah,
this could be a problem. Maybe he's got principles. Maybe is that what they're trying to say?
Nah. Well,
that's why he chose her.
I don't know if that's why, but I mean, she's a very smart and competent person.
Why would these rich people say that other than what you were saying earlier? Is that FTC tried to crack down on antitrust shit?
This was so weird about it. It was like, first of all, they're pretending as if they took her, like they liked her before. So what they were saying was like, oh, we've had her on the show before and we've talked to her and she seemed like just a nice person, but now she's joining a socialist.
I got you.
You know what? You didn't catch that? It was
yeah.
You know what this means, right? She's a socialist. We've had her on the show before. We had a socialist on. Yeah. They were like looking back, like she was part of the Biden administration. She was a serious person.
To me, it was almost like, look, we had her on the show before because she was legitimate. Now, this is like some illegitimate shit. I need to have her on the show again. I got some questions. That's kind of how it felt like before. Yeah, whatever. You were antitrust. Okay, that's your job to regulate. Whatever. We have you on the show. Okay, that's but come on. This is like a step too far.
To me,
this is like I need to have you on the show again. I want to talk to you again and see if can I push you, because I already know they're gonna have all these questions lined up
about socialism.
Yeah, nationalizing things, about private property, probably.
Yeah, for sure.
Which, by the way, all right, that reminds me, I have another clip. Remember when I was like, I think on every
hold on, I just want to say one other thing.
I gotta say your shit before I do this.
But just like, to me, what they are upset about is that she is going to be part of this administration in some capacity, and this guy's openly socialist. That's what they're upset about. Is like they didn't like her at all. Like whenever they didn't like her as the FTC chair.
But she wasn't open socialist as the FTC chair.
Yeah, I mean, she's not openly socialist now. I don't think she's ever.
Just exactly, but she's affiliated.
Yeah. So that's the thing that they're upset about, is like that she's legitimizing socialism because she was like a serious person who was part of the Biden administration, and now she's joining, a socialist as mayor of New York,
which is interesting because even capitalists consider people of the Biden administration serious capitalists.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. There's like she was like that's what there was. We had her up here. Like that's
right. I got you.
You know. So anyway, I just thought it was funny, and that's why he couldn't say it. Like, you know what this means, right? She's a like he couldn't even finish his sentence.
Bro, they all kind of stumbled at the beginning. At the first like 30 seconds of that clip, they was like, hold on, They was kind of making noises. They weren't sure how to approach it. Yeah. Because they all knew like how I say this is important.
Right. And honestly, I think that's how these people are like, I hate to say like, I think some of them are just simpletons. Like that's how they view their view of socialism is like, you can't touch it. Like, like
bro, just because people know really complex shit about how to manipulate capitalist markets does not mean they're not simpletons, because they absolutely. Fucking are.
Absolutely.
Because if you're doing that, if like you are so bought in to the worldview at that point, like to us, a simpleton is like take a step back against what shit's called the forest.
Right.
It's like that's why I was always scared for such a long time to commit to like any kind of ideology, because I was like, I keep seeing over and over again people are wrong about shit.
Yeah.
Which is, I guess I don't know, you could take my testimony for what it is. That's how it ended up on socialism.
Right.
Everybody was fucking, I was an Ayn Rand person. I read some Ayn Rand shit. I thought libertarianism was cool. It kind of made sense at first.
Right.
Just because you want to be part of the left or the right. But anyways, I don't know. I do remember that video that's like debunking every anti-communist argument ever. And I was like, we need to just keep running through these.
Was it Spooky, Scary Socialist?
Yes. I think Spooky, Scary Socialist. This one, I can't remember why. I just thought it was a great segue, but something about private property. Before I even play it, what's your argument if you're talking to somebody and they're like, hey man, but what about, private property? Socialists don't want to have private property. How would you answer that?
I would say that, socialists, communists, are not against having private property. We're not going to confiscate the shirt off your back. We're against private property, which is very different.
I like how you put it in quotes. Isn't it personal property though?
Did I say personal?
No. I'm just saying, you just said private property and they're like, private property, that's what we're against. But the first private without the exclamation is just personal property. I think that's how it was just.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So.
But yes, that's pretty much. All right, let me play this shit real quick and then we'll talk about it.
In the Communist Manifesto, Karl Marx states, the theory of the communists may be summed up in a single sentence: abolition of private property. Many people have taken this to mean that communists don't want anyone to own anything, even to the point of sharing our toothbrushes communally. Hey, it's my turn. Oh, okay, here you go.
It's like Sal with
open wide. Or. But anyway, if you actually read the manifesto, literally 1 second earlier from that quote, Marx says himself, the distinguishing feature of communism is not the abolition of property generally, but the abolition of bourgeois property. How communists use private property in this context is different from the common definition. Communists don't want to take away your toothbrush or things that you possess. Those are personal property. Private property are things used to make more money and give power to those that own them, like a factory, banks, offices, and infrastructure. The abolition of private property means taking those things from private hands and putting them into the hands of the community. To sum it up, communists don't want to take away your personal property, just the private property of the ruling class.
So yeah, I don't know. I think maybe just because we're intentionally not taught this idea.
Yeah.
Because again, I like to give this example. Fuck it, I'll say it. There's a friend of mine who his father is from Sicily, and was Sicily ever under communism? Now that I think about it.
I mean, there was a significant communist party in Italy.
Quick side tangent. Have you ever heard of Operation Gladio?
Yeah.
You do know about
We've talked about it briefly.
Have we?
I'm pretty sure.
Damn, I fucking smoke too much. But I talked to Van about it recently, and we were going through it, and I guess Italy was one of the main points of interest with Operation Gladio, which was the CIA after World War II were like, we should leave some troops here in Europe and use them to disrupt the spread of communism, specifically in Italy. It's named Operation Gladio because Gladio is like the Roman word for sword, I think, and it was centered at because the Spanish Civil War was going on. Maybe it was done by that point, but Spain and Italy were having some real civil war shit, and it could go either way.
Right.
And we were like, we gotta kill that shit. But anyways, there was a communist presence in Italy and Sicily. A friend of mine whose father is from there, I talked to him one time. He's a business owner in America, and he was like, so he's petty bourgeoisie, and he was like, oh, you're communist, so what, you want to share my bed? So
I think he was just hitting on you.
No. He said it with like an anger pause. Like, I can't believe you fucking want to share my bed. And like, again, like, it's just, I don't know. I don't want to say childish, but it's such like it's like if you were going to have propaganda against your enemy, that's the type of shit you would say. And for someone to just accept it like that,
right,
is wild. But yeah, do you? I have one more clip that I want to end this show with. But before I play that, we still got the I in Nazi is for Israel. I'm really curious about that one.
Okay, and what's the other one?
Yas Queen Obama.
Okay.
I'm curious what that is too. I don't know why I named it that at this point. And then
there was another one?
Maria Corina Machado. So I don't know who that is.
Oh yeah, I sent you. I don't think you were supposed to upload that one. That was supposed to.
That was part of Venezuela?
Yeah, that's part of Venezuela.
All right, so we got Yas Queen Obama, the I in Nazis for Israel.
Yeah, let's do Yas Queen.
All right, let's see what your favorite president's wife has to say.
So thank you all for being there for us.
You stepped into a role that carried a preconceived idea of femininity and wifedom that was founded on the landmines of racism and misogyny. What the First Lady wears is one of the main ways, which you've already said, that a First Lady is talked about. It comes with so much historical expectation. How do you feel about the fact that the First Lady is an archetype for wifedom and femininity?
Yeah, I don't agree with that. Don't agree with that. It's it is a completely throwback on. It's a definition that has no current status in how women actually show up in the world today.
Do you think that impacts the room that we've made for a woman to be president?
Well, as we saw in this past election, sadly, we ain't ready. That's why I'm like, don't even look at me about running, because you all are lying. You're not ready for a woman. You are not. So don't waste my time. You know, we got a lot of growing up to do. And there's still, sadly, a lot of men who do not feel like they can be led by a woman, and we saw it. What was the question?
I just said, We don't need to ask it again. You answered it.
So,
femininity, wifedom.
yeah. I mean, I think we still have growing to do in that regard. And, you know, we can see how progress can be made and things can be snatched back when it comes to us owning our power as women.
Oof.
So go ahead, feminist comrade. Let me hear what you think.
So there's a whole narrative, obviously, that the reason centrist Democrats lost, Hillary, she's a woman. Kamala, she's a woman.
Yep.
You know what? We're just all fucking
we ain't
ready. Yes, Queen. Go off.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit.
Don't ask me about running.
Where's my female socialists at? I ain't trying to fucking talk shit.
Right.
I know y'all out there. Jasmine Brown for mayor. But I hate that. I know exactly what she was trying to do.
Tell me. What was she doing?
I don't know, kind of what I just said. Hey, let me explain to you why Democrats lost. You're a regular centrist, straight down the road Democrat.
Right.
You don't understand.
Right.
How could these people are so racist. Blah, 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 blah. Oh God, people are just also too fucking misogynistic.
Right.
Shucks.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the type of, identity sort of politics that I despise.
Yeah.
And I should say the term.
You know what?
What?
I was about to say, identity politics. Is it all bad? Shouldn't it be all class politics?
No, I won't say that. I won't say that. So, I think we've talked about this before, not on the mic.
I know we have, at least with Bernie, because I feel like this one, this conversation would have come up.
Yeah.
Because I was like, because I remember Bernie was getting critiqued by Black Lives Matter and shit, and I was like, don't worry about that. It's a class thing. Don't worry about the race
thing. The Bernie
thing.
bro thing.
If we could just get the class, yeah, exactly. That's
Yeah.
a Bernie bro. I was being a typical Bernie bro.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, just to give a little background so the term like identity politics was kind of popularized by black women feminists in the 60s, 50s, and 60s during the civil rights movement. There's a good book that I read called How We Get Free.
Yes.
That goes over this. They had a group called the Combahee River Collective.
Okay.
Anyway, what they meant at the time, and they didn't call it identity politics. They called it like dang, I forget now.
Intersectionality.
It was like no, it was intersection.
Something that came later from Berkeley.
Yeah. But and then that intersectionality got kind of adopted later. But they kind of they were the first ones to kind of really like put it out there. But they were just talking about what they meant by like identity politics and intersectionality was basically kind of like coalition building, that these different identities can add to each other's movements, right? And create a coalition for.
So literally the opposite, because the way like it's used now is almost like a pejorative, as in like you're trying to divide things. Because of your identity, whereas they were trying to be like, look, there's different coalitions around identities.
Exactly. And so that's what they meant at the time. So
gotcha.
Obviously, we all know terms, definitions, and stuff. They change over time, right?
Sure.
That's just how it is.
Yep.
So now today, when you hear the word identity politics, it's usually used, as you said, as a pejorative to, to denigrate certain demographics for trying to use their identity in a very superficial way to advance their own political careers or political movements or whatever it might be. So I think what, in terms of what Michelle Obama was saying there, the reason I don't like that is because, and you can add to this, is like, as you mentioned, like where are our socialist women, right?
Where's the Angela Davis?
Right, like it's not that Kamala Harris or Hillary Clinton lost because they were women. Right? They lost, and I should say, there are definitely misogynist, sexist, and what have you out there who will, openly say they will not vote for a woman. That exists.
If you're running as a centrist and people to the right of center, like that's your voting pool,
right?
Yes, you have to consider that. But
Right.
that's ignoring the left.
Yeah.
If you fucking have a woman that runs on a left platform, all of a sudden.
Yeah. And I should say, I mean, patriarchy and misogyny, whatever, all that exists on the left too. I don't want to discredit it. I mean, even us as, we are straight men, we have internalized,
It's funny, we're cis. That's like a sister. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, we are cis. We haven't, internalized, misogynistic biases or what have you.
Yeah.
So, that's something that we try to work on and be cognizant about. But and that even in left spaces, that sort of those attitudes and behaviors exist. So I don't want to dismiss it. But the problem is whenever you say that this is solely why they weren't elected or why they haven't done as well as they should, that is a way to bury class politics and to, in a way, you're trying to dismiss the fact that these women were capitalists, imperialists. They were, Kamala was complicit in a genocide.
Yes.
Hillary Clinton.
Kamala was a prosecutor that locked up a lot of people unjustly, and before people tried to pretend like she was, I don't know, this great left Democrat, she was like a right-wing Democrat.
Yep.
Anyways, yeah, like this whole idea, it's frustrating, and again, it's just like narrative building. If you are a centrist Democrat and you want to explain how does Trump get reelected, well, misogyny, racism, Russia, fucking gerrymandering.
Right.
You can start to build a case to explain your own worldview, which is like, no, I'm right, and it's cool. I'm capitalist light. I'm Ezra Klein, and I explain why America wasn't on board with me, and it's because of these reasons.
Right.
And I disagree. But yes, that's exactly what she's adding to that narrative, and it's like, come on.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And just to the south of us, we were talking about this earlier a little bit, but not in this way, but we have Claudia Sheinbaum, who got elected as the first woman president of Mexico. Mexico is a large country with over 120 million people. It's a pretty diverse country as well. It's a conservative country in many ways, Catholic country, and
yes,
she got elected on a progressive policy platform. So, maybe try changing your policies and see how you do.
Operation Gladio 2.0. Get up in there, grope her a little bit. I don't know. But I mean, that's happened to her.
Well,
you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I know the groping there. Well, how's that connected to Operation Gladio?
It's not. I'm just saying.
Okay.
We need to fuck with them because they're trying to be progressive anyway. I mean, we're about to fuck with them. We're about to just fucking invade northern Mexico, apparently, and fuck with their cartels. But if you watch Landman, he's going to justify it, make you feel good about it. So, new season of Landman, Paramount Plus. Go check that out.
That's a crazy jump. You jumping around a lot, boy. Operation Gladio to Landman, bro.
It all tied together. I got a bow. I just wrapped it up. The I in Nazis for Israel.
All right, yeah, let's hit
I
this
gotta hit this one. All right. I can't wait to hear why I named this that.
I think that since October 7th, but really before then, there have been huge shifts in America on how people think about Jews and Israel. And I think that is especially true of young people. So we are now wrestling with a new, I think, generational divide here. And I think that's particularly true in that social media is now our source of media. And this, it used to be that the media you got in America was American media, and it was pretty mainstream. It generally didn't express extreme anti-Israel views. You had to go to a pretty weird bookstore to find global media and fringe media.
Did you?
But today, we have social media, which is a global medium. Right? Its algorithms are shaped by billions of people worldwide who don't really love Jews. And so while in the 1990s, a young person probably wasn't going to find Al Jazeera or someone like Nick Fuentes, today those media outlets find them. They find them on their phones. It's also this increasingly post-literate media, less and less text, more and more videos. So you have TikTok just smashing our young people's brains all day long with video of carnage in Gaza. And this is why so many of us can't have a sane conversation with younger Jews, because anything that we try to say to them, they are hearing it through this wall of carnage. So I want to give data and information and facts and arguments, and they are just seeing in their minds carnage, and I sound obscene. And, I think, unfortunately, the very smart, bet that we made on Holocaust education to serve as anti-Semitism education, in this new media environment, I think that is beginning to break down a little bit. Because, Holocaust education is absolutely essential. But I think it may be confusing some of our young people about anti-Semitism because they learn about big, strong Nazis hurting weak, emaciated Jews. And they think, anti-Semitism is like anti-black racism, right? Powerful white people against powerless black people. So when on TikTok all day long they see powerful Israelis hurting weak, skinny Palestinians, it's not surprising that they think, I know, the lesson of the Holocaust is you fight Israel. You fight the big, powerful people hurting the weak people.
Holy shit.
Bro, I couldn't believe that clip. That's why I wanted to say that one.
I need a second. Hold on.
Yeah, that was a lot going on there.
Huh. I don't know, man. I
love that you haven't heard these clips. These are fresh reactions. So, I've heard them already.
So you watch some shit about Nazis. Then you see some clips of us and it looks like Nazis. You got it fucked up. That's definitely not us.
Yeah.
You don't understand anti-Semitism. Definitely not the same as, I don't know, what the fuck would you call it? I want to say Islamophobia. I want to say, it's not Islamophobia. God, there should be a word. There's not a word for anti-Muslim.
Yeah, Islamophobia is like the
closest thing.
Yeah.
But bitch, you described what you're doing and then said, I know it looks like we're doing what they did. You don't understand. People don't read anymore. If people just read instead of looking at what we're doing,
yeah,
that's just wild. But I'm like almost speechless. It's just so fucking crazy, bro.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, this is how, that
I bet Ezra Klein heard that and was like, yes. I'll write that down. I'm gonna cite that as a citation for later.
I'll give him a little bit more credit than that because
I hope so, man.
Even he was like, I feel like he would hear that. I'm like, damn, you fucked up.
I mean, after his conversation with Ta-Nehisi Coates and him trying to justify his shit about Charlie Kirk.
No doubt. No, I would say he broadly probably agrees with it, but she's too dumb to know that what she's saying is dumb.
I know, but that's what I mean. Like, he was too dumb to realize what he was saying about Charlie Kirk was dumb. And Ta-Nehisi Coates was like, bro, you don't realize what you're saying is dumb right now.
Yeah.
Whereas in this instance, he would be like, bitch, you don't realize what you're saying is dumb right now.
Yeah, yes, for sure, and I agree with that. But Ezra Klein I'll give him a little more credit as far as his. He's sophisticated in a dumb way sometimes. Like it's like
he's the most sophisticated dumb person I've ever fucking
like
heard.
He would say that and be like, "Oh yeah, you could have found a better way to say that dumb point."
Here's what she was trying to say. But again, it's like the same thing. I don't know, a MAGA supporter be like, here's what Trump was trying to say. And like, I have to interpret this person for you.
Right.
And like, to me, that's a problem. I don't understand like how so much of our media is like, let me interpret for you what this person said. Just what? You can't just say what the fuck it is? Why is everything like, that's crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, that clip was wild because basically she was like, look, these kids are on TikTok watching people getting blown to pieces.
Genocide.
And they don't want to hear
These people are on TikTok watching genocide, and then they're watching videos historically about a genocide, and they're like, this looks the same. But they didn't read Anne Frank. Right. So, what?
Yeah.
That's why...
They have a wall of carnage. That's what she said.
Yeah.
They have a wall of carnage in front of them.
Carnage
I'm trying to
we did.
I'm trying to feed them propaganda, but it can't get through this
wall of carnage that we're doing.
Carnage.
There's just way more videos of us fucking murdering the shit out of them than there is of them.
And then she had the nerve to be like, we think about, black people.
Yeah, that was, you know what? That's another thing that fucking, my jaw dropped. I was like, this bitch really is just going to be like, look, I know in Americans, they think, racism, they think, they see us being racist and they're like, that's like us being racist here. That's not the same thing.
It's different. It's different.
Totally fucking different.
It's different for us because we're the chosen people.
Anti-Zionism is anti-Semitism, bro.
Yeah, it's just really weird. Like, bro, how could you? I don't know how you just say that out loud. You don't know you don't realize what you're saying. You're basically saying like, these other oppressions, like the Holocaust, black people, like those are worthy, but Palestinians, they're not,
bro. Know your audience. She was talking to Zionists who wanted a justification for why, because this is one of the few times in history that culturally, socially, maybe the opinion is not on their side.
Right.
They need some excuse for that. She was like, hey, guys, here's the excuse.
Yeah.
They're saying this. It looks like this. It's not this. And they're like, yes. That makes sense. Yes. It's literally not different from MAGA. It's literally not different from anywhere.
What I'm confused about, what's the lesson you're supposed to glean from that? Like that the
lesson is that these young people just don't know enough.
Well,
I understand. They're rebellious. They see it. It looks fucked up. They just don't know enough.
But like the way that she was phrasing it and saying it is like, we taught the Holocaust wrong. Basically, we should have been a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know about what she was saying with that.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, what could you take from that? Like we should have made it more clear that the Holocaust was bad because it happened to Jewish people. That's it. The end.
You know what? Yes.
You know what I mean?
I think that's what she was saying.
Like,
we taught the Holocaust wrong because
we made it too inclusive.
We made people think genocide was bad.
We made people think oppression was bad.
No. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You think this is black oppression? Yeah. No.
It's only bad because it happened to us, guys.
You don't understand. All over Europe, they hated the Jews. Russia hated the Jews. Probably, if they would have went to China, they probably would have hated the Jews there. You don't understand. It's always been one of the craziest things to me.
Yeah.
like again, me and you have been on this like this Israel shit is a problem for a long time.
Yeah.
And like back in the day, the first time I realized, I tried to be like, what if the Mormons were like, hey, our Bible says our Holy Land is right here in Utah. And what if, like, I don't know, fucking China or Russia or India or Brazil was like, you know what? We support the Mormons. We're going to help them do that. We would be like, absolutely fucking not.
Right.
That's insane. But for some reason, with Palestine, it's totally cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know what? Ian Carroll and his crazy conspiracies aside, Candace Owens, Tucker Carlson, Nick Fuentes, Nazi, racist motherfucker, piece of shit. Even if it is a weird anti-Semitism, the fact that there's this weird, I don't know, momentum building against Israel, it's good.
Yeah. No, I think it's definitely I feel like it's a net positive. Right?
And it's interesting.
Yeah.
I just don't know how it's going to play out.
Me either, but they're definitely, freaking out a little bit. The Zionists in America.
Oh yeah, big time.
This is why Larry Ellison is buying TikTok. And CBS, or his son bought CBS and put Barry Weiss as the head of CBS News, and it's not because they are confident in their position right now.
There's a book about it. It's called Manufacturing Consent.
Yeah,
it's by Noam Chomsky and. Damn, I hope he remembered. I don't remember the fucking co-author. He wrote like the first 4 chapters.
Oh, Edward Herman.
There we go. Read Manufacturing Consent and then realize all of your news is propaganda.
Not all of it. I mean...
No, it's always propaganda, but it can be true. Sometimes
propaganda in the original.
I'm saying there's a slant to it. There's an angle.
Yeah.
Every capitalist news organization wants to continue capitalism.
For sure. These are large corporations that are owned by other large corporations that have other interests, transnational interests, so capital interests. Yeah, so you got to remember that when you're watching the news. I'd be trying to tell my parents that, like, well, you just be careful with what you have to watch this critically.
And you also have to look at it in aggregate, because they mentioned this in Manufacturing Consent. They will allow criticism, typically through like opinion articles, but the overwhelming majority of articles will be with a certain slant.
Yeah, no doubt.
So just if you're seeing a lot of shit one way, you know what? We have to figure out a way to read news articles from other countries. I guess we could just find out the best sites and then
I can
translate
get some
them.
from Venezuela. I know that.
I already tried it. So I'm already on that same shit.
Yeah, but I have the direct source.
Yeah, I know.
But a couple other things I want to squeeze in right quick because I know we're about to wrap.
Yeah.
What's the time at? How long have we been going? Because I know it's
1 hour and like almost 20.
Okay. Wanted to mention Nicki Minaj. Did you see that? You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I know she said something stupid, but I can't remember what it was. What was it?
Wait. I don't know if you're talking about the same thing I'm talking about.
All right, let's hear what she's talking about.
She went to the UN.
To talk about?
Oh, you tell me.
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know?
Mm-mm.
Okay. She went to the UN to testify. Maybe that's not the right word, but basically talk about the Christians who are being killed in Nigeria.
Okay,
so you did know.
Yes, and I assume, okay, so I read that headline, and I assume she would say that it's a problem that Christians are getting murdered in Nigeria, and we should do something about it because Trump recently said it's a problem. We should do something about it.
Right.
So continue.
That's all.
Am I correct?
Yeah.
But yeah, she was on some bullshit.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Why did you, didn't I say that and you were like, what? Huh?
Well, I didn't know what you were talking about. I just asked what you were talking about.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Okay.
Look, man, this is the lady that said like vaccine cause her cousin's balls to fucking get really big. This bitch is stupid as fuck. This bitch, like, she's a great rapper.
Yeah.
One of the best female rappers. She's also married to a pedophile. Like, this bitch is, her judgment is not great.
Yeah. But yeah, it was unfortunate to see that. I didn't look into it super deep. I didn't like read what she said or anything.
Do you know about what's going on in Nigeria?
Yeah, a little bit. I haven't looked into it deeply, but
What you got?
There are like Al Qaeda, I think it's Boko Haram. They are in like the north of Nigeria, and I think they actually hold some territory in the northern part of Nigeria, but they've killed a lot of people, and some of them have been Christians, but most of them have been Muslims. Actually, they're actually killing more Muslims.
That doesn't fit my narrative
as an aggregate.
Yes, 1,000%.
Than they are Christians, and
that's why Nicki Minaj saying that's some bullshit.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
but I'm sure she didn't read into it at all or cares.
I doubt it.
I don't know how they tapped her for that shit. Like, how the fuck did Nicki Minaj get tapped for that? And I saw like
that is interesting.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from. Like Mike Waltz, who was like he was Trump's chief of staff before he got pushed out because he was the guy who had leaked the shit on Signal. You remember that?
Yep.
He was like he retweeted her, or like he said, "Oh, Nicki Minaj is a great artist, and she testified at the UN." And I didn't read it. I just saw it briefly, but it's like you got Mike Watts like giving props to Nicki Minaj on Twitter. It's like, what is going on, bro?
Token shit.
Well, fucking get me off this timeline for real,
bro. It's just Uncle Tom. It's not the right word. It's worse. But yes, it's beyond fresh. So you know what? Let's go to the opposite of that to end this. We started this shit with some crazy clips about Trump. Now I want to talk about, actually, I want to play a clip about somebody talking about Trump. And it's a couple minutes, but I couldn't cut it up. It's too good.
This world is such a, and when I say this world, I mean it. I don't mean in an ideal sense. I mean in every day, every little thing you do. It's such a, gimme. Everybody back off. You know, everybody's like, you taught that from school, everywhere. Big business. If you want to be successful, you want to be like Trump, gimme. Push. Step. Crush. That's how it all is. And it's like, nobody ever stopped. Just, I feel like, instead of us just being like, slavery's bad, slavery's down, bad whitey. I mean, all right, let's stop that. And everybody's smart enough to know that, we've been slighted. And we want ours. And I don't mean by like ours, 40 acres and a mule, because we're past that. But we need help. For us to be on our own 2 feet, us meaning youth or us meaning black people, whatever you want to take it for us to be on our own 2 feet, we do need help. Because we have been here. We have been a good friend. If you want to make it a relationship type thing, we have been there, and now we deserve our payback. It's like you got a friend that you don't never look out for. You dressed up in jewels. Now America's got jewels, and they paid and everything, and they lending money to everybody except us. And it's like, everybody need a little help on their way to being, self-reliant. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole thing about the album, about the Special Olympics. Everybody need a little something to be independent. No independent person just grew up and was born independent. You worked and you learned teamwork and you learned cooperation and unity and struggle, and then you became independent. And we have to teach that and instill that. And why is it that they want to do that? If this is truly a melting pot in the country where we care about, and Lady Liberty got a hand like this, she really loves us, then we really need to be like that. And it needs to be the black kids. If there's a white person who got money, then he need to help them. He need to help black kids, Mexican kids, Korean kids, whatever. But it needs to be real. And it need to be before we all die, and then you say, oh, I made a mistake. We should have gave them some money. We really should have helped these folks. It's going to be too late. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when you got to pay your own karma. And that's when God make you punish. When God punishes you. Because I feel like, it's too much money here. Nobody should be hitting lotto for $36 million and we got people starving in the streets. That is not idealistic. That's just real. That is just stupid. There's no way Michael Jackson should have, or whoever Jackson, should have $1,000,000 $1 billion and then there's people starving. There's no way. There's no way that these people should own planes and their people don't have houses, apartments, shacks, drawers, pants.
We say to people that say, well, they earned it. Now you go out and you're earning it.
If they earned it, then I think that that's good, and I think that they deserve it. But even if you earned it, you still owe. Because look at me, I don't have that mega money, but I feel guilty walking by somebody. I got to give them some mail. And if I know I got $3,000 in my pocket, I feel like it's wrong to give that person a quarter or $1. It's wrong. Only you know what you got in your pocket. And that's wrong. No matter what they do, if they take it and drink it, they take it and drink it. But, I mean, you got. You understand? And we all know how hard it is, and it's not about if you good or you bad. So since it's not about if you good or you bad, we know that because he don't mean he was bad. Or don't mean he's a criminal, or don't mean he's crazy, or a drug addict, or none of that. It just means he don't got. And ain't it bad that you got 30? I mean, can you imagine somebody having $32 million? $32 million. And this person has nothing, and you can sleep. You can still go to the movies about, and then these are the type of people that get humanitarian awards. Millionaires. How can they be humanitarians? By the fact that they millionaires and there's so many poor people shows how unhumane they are. You know what I'm saying? And that bugs me. Not saying that when I'm never going to be rich, and you know what I'm saying? But I'm saying it's a struggle, and I think everybody deserves. And I think there's a way to pay these people. I think there is a way. It just takes to be revolutionary. And it takes to do something out of the ordinary. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that if we just said, okay, I got an idea. No more porno buildings. You know what I'm saying? Let's build houses. Or no more polo games. Let's build houses for poor people. You know what I'm saying? Or, look, okay, I know you're rich. I know you got $40 billion. But can you just keep it to one house? You only need one house. And if you only got 2 kids, can you just keep it to 2 rooms? I mean, why have 52 rooms and you know there's somebody with no room? It just don't make sense to me. It don't. And then these people celebrate Christmas. They got big trees, huge trees, all the little trimmings. Everybody got gifts, and then somebody's starving. And they're having a white Christmas. They're having a great Christmas. Eggnog.
Bro.
Yo, you know what I'm thinking?
What?
Why you call out Michael Jackson like that?
Because he was cripping.
Michael Jackson, he was.
And Pac was blood. He said, "Fuck that shit."
You know what happened? Michael Jackson put hands on Pac. We know the story. We know Michael Jackson put hands on Pac.
I need to see when that interview was, because he said, I'm not rich. I want to be rich. I wonder when that interview was.
I don't know.
Because, he's talking about Michael Jackson. Like, I think people forget about that, too. I don't think Pac was very rich when he died.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah. But
he was in a Suge deal. Suge was fucking him over.
All right. I just love all of that. I took a couple notes real quick I want to talk about. 40 acres and a mule, we passed that.
I'm not past that. I want my 40 acres and a mule, for the record. Run that
I had
back.
somebody tell me today they watched some movie called, I can't remember, This Girl's Oil, whatever. It's about like this black girl who fucking her parents were slaves, and then she got some land as part of reparations, and there was oil on it, and these white people said take it from her. It's all fucked up. But black people today, they shouldn't get reparations. That's literally what this bitch said to me.
Who? In real life?
Yeah, real life.
A white person?
Of course this bitch was white. This was her like trying to be like, no, I get it. It's fucked up what white people did. But black people today, they don't deserve any kind of reparations. Because Brent, you weren't a slave. Your parents weren't a slave. Your grandparents probably weren't a slave either. So, checkmate. We stop right there.
Yeah, people be thinking about it like that.
They really do.
Which is crazy. First of all, these people don't even think about what slavery was. And what Jim Crow was. When did Jim Crow end?
No, it didn't happen. That was just like a chapter in the textbook that I don't have to remember.
That's why. That's the first thing when people try to say like, "Oh, it was so long." Let's talk about Jim Crow. Jim Crow was a vestige of slavery.
Yeah, it was how they kept having slaves. They just made it illegal to fucking be black, essentially.
You don't get that without slavery. Now, when was the end of Jim Crow? Do we know? Audience?
If you're asking me, hold on, let me try to guess. End of Jim Crow, 1820.
No. You being serious?
No, I have no fucking idea.
You know when the end of Jim Crow was?
No, I don't.
Think
What,
about
civil rights movement?
Yeah. When was that?
I mean, I guess. Yeah, fuck it. Because, I mean, that's really the first time the shit officially flipped to equality. So, yeah.
Well,
the legacy of Jim Crow lasted until the 60s.
Yeah, I mean, that's what the civil rights movement was about in large part. That's when, you get the Voting Rights Act.
Right.
Which
they got
64
rid of.
in the Civil Rights Act. Wait, I think the Civil Rights Act was in 64.
Yeah.
Voting rights was in 65. I might have those backwards, but 64, 65. That's when you get those two pieces of legislation. So that sort of marked the end of the Jim Crow era. Exactly. So that was 60 years ago. My parents
were alive.
My parents were born in the early 60s. So when my parents were born, they weren't fully recognized as citizens. They were sort of second-class citizens. There had to be legislation signed. To guarantee that they could go to the polls and vote without getting a poll tax or, some other bullshit.
But now, fair square, equal, bada bing, bada boom. That's what's so crazy with this argument against affirmative action. We just want it to be a meritocracy. Why can't, you know what? Hold on. I'm going to keep going because I got some other quotes. All right. It's like a friend that you don't look out for. Bach said that.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah. Think about it, guys. The slaves that built the fucking country, you just never look out for. Not even a friend. It's like someone you took advantage of.
It's like a person you kidnapped and forced to work for you for 250 years and never paid them and then released them and then like, good luck, buddy, out there. Wow, we're not doing shit for you.
And he said, everybody needs help to be self-reliant. That's true.
Yeah, no doubt.
Fucking, you needed whatever your support system was to get to where you are right now.
For sure.
There's a lot of people who can win the lottery, 36 million, and there's people starving. Yeah, it's crazy. People have planes, don't have houses. That's crazy. They earned it. When that dude said they earned it, it reminded me of You Didn't Build That. The fucking shit whenever Obama was like, you didn't build that. People were like, no, you don't understand. I earned it. Or even like temporarily embarrassed millionaires. No. One day I'm going to be rich and then I'm going to be able to say I earned it. You can't take it from me. But Pac is, you earned it, but you still owe. The way he spoke was just so fucking like, yeah, fine. Yeah, you earned it, but you still owe. You don't understand. The good and bad, or there's no good and bad. It's got versus don't got.
Mm-hmm.
People win humanitarian awards when they have 32 million people have nothing, proves how unhumane they are. They got 52 rooms, people got no rooms.
You talking about Michael Jackson again right there?
He's talking about Trump. I mean, he's talking about Jackson, Neverland probably, if I heard. But he mentioned Trump at the beginning of that shit.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Specifically. Crush.
Push.
Push.
Step.
Take. Yeah, I don't know, man. I just... Fuck. He disappoints me, man. Like, again, to me, he's the closest that we've had since like Fred. I really feel like, man, he could have been our Fred. Fucking, god damn it.
Yeah, why would you add that clip? You just thinking about Pac randomly or what?
Well, because I had the Trump clips at the beginning. Yeah.
Oh, did you just add it while we were recording?
No, I had it pulled up already.
Okay.
Because I was like, Trump's a fucking idiot. I don't know. I don't know. I think about that clip often. I think about, so that same clip is from an interview with MTV that I've sampled before on The Weather Underground, my album, and I think probably mixtapes. But like I've watched the interview a lot.
Yeah, I've seen that a lot of times.
Because like it reminds me of Fred Hampton. Like he can take these things and speak them in plain language. To where like, again, the interviewer was like, what if they earned it? So who gives a fuck if they earned it? They still owe. And he was like, oh shit, you're right. Like the way Pac, I'm just saying, the way Pac talked was just like, God, we don't have that. Is what I said.
No, we don't, man. That's why they killed him.
No.
The FBI.
No, it was fucking Orlando Anderson.
I'm not convinced. His documents are still sealed. They are.
Release the Tupac files.
Yeah, they need to be released. All of them. I'm not putting anything.
I don't put it past them at all.
We know what COINTELPRO was.
Bro, they had files on fucking John. What the fuck is his name?
You think that shit stopped? You
From
think
the Beatles,
COINTELPRO
John
don't exist
Lennon.
anymore?
I know it exists.
Shit.
Operation Gladio. You know about Operation Gladio?
Of course, I said, bro. You get checks.
All right, bro. You got any final things you want to say before we close out?
No, that was a good little freestyle episode. Got some clips going,
Yeah, man. It's Forest Pod After Dark. Next time, I swear to God, we're going to talk about Venezuela. I'm going to be ready.
Yep.
Do it justice. Hopefully, we'll not be at war.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Peace.
Later.
There's no way to be committed to nonviolence in the middle of the most violent society that history's ever created. I'm not committed to nonviolence in any way.
The Republican Party and the Democratic Party are beholden to the interests of monopoly capitalism in this country.
The capitalist European and North American powers have carved out and taken the timber, the flax, the hemp, the cocoa, the rum, the tin, the cotton, the iron, the rubber, the bauxite, the slaves, and the cheap labor. They have taken out of these countries. These countries are not underdeveloped, they're overexploited.
The liberals are, at times, allies. At times, they're unreliable allies. So I don't want to just whitewash them. You've got to proceed quite cautiously with liberals.
The man or woman who knows the least about communism is the man or woman who wants to know the least about communism.